has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned. Heroes will die. When they die, they stay dead. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. The game expects a lot out of you. How far will you push your adventurers? How much are you willing to risk in your quest to restore the hamlet? What will you sacrifice to save... well, I couldn't read the rest of that. I didn't think it was just gonna auto-scroll. We're playing Darkest Dungeon. I have played this game before, but I've never beaten it. So that's what I want to do now. I realize the sequel to this game is already out. But I think that it's only fair that I finish the first game before I try the sequel. The first time I tried to play through this game, I remember, was like years ago. I liked the aesthetic a lot. I love the narration especially. It's just so spectacular. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete that game. We're going to start new. Fresh. Now, difficulty settings. I find Radiant is fine.
Coward!
I think it's plenty hard enough on that difficulty. Like, I was still losing a lot of my adventurers, even playing on Radiant. Mostly due to RNG stuff, which is, you know, it's part of the game. So let's go ahead and Radiant it up. We shall name ourselves Pinnold. Pinnold. Yes, sure. Let's go with that.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, But in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
With the stagecoach destroyed and the caretaker gone, you will have to make the journey to the hamlet on foot. Alright, the old road. The, tutorial area, if you will. Alright. Alright. Well then, we've got a couple things here. We got some food. We got 2 adventurers. These are your starting crew is always these 2, Reynold and Dismas. Don't get too attached to them though, they're probably going to die. Go to the map, and we move to the next room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Alright, combat!
Dug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Brigands! So we got some abilities here. I kind of like Dismas's starting set a lot. I usually don't change it very much. I like the bleed and the ranged options. And then Reynold, I might change one of these later on, if he survives that long.
As the
Slow down here.
A faint hope blossoms.
No guarantee that he lives long enough for me to actually give him a decent moveset. Yeah, curios. Exploring, grabbing stuff,
there is much
looting
to be
things.
found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned,
go ahead.
and their kind is
Do
no
this.
longer welcome.
Give ourselves a buff. And we can only attack him anyway, so just hit him. Hit him with the sword. Ouch! Get shocked for 11 damage. Okay. Let's get rid of this guy as fast as possible. Reynold's not looking so good. Let's go ahead and try to stun this guy. Which should give us a little more leeway. Finish him off,
Press
Dismas.
this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Excellent. Now, strike him. Let's try to bleed him out, or just kill him outright. That's good.
The greater the glory.
Take some of these, some deeds right away. Don't mind if I do. Now, after you complete quests, you can choose to return the hamlet or continue adventuring the hamlet. This is it. This is what the game starts you out with, a few things, and then says, have at it. What you get. Okay, so these are like the adventurer's levels, the resolve levels. They gain new stuff the higher their resolve is. It's all like RPG like. Well, it is an RPG. It's not
Welcome
RPG
home,
like. It
such
literally
as it
is
is.
one.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
And I just love the narrator. He's so good. This voice that they chose is just perfect for this kind of game. So these are the quest goals. These are the stuff we gotta do to beat the game. We don't have to do all of them. We just have to do enough of them to where we can actually go into the darkest dungeon and beat the final boss. But this is sort of what we're trying to accomplish. And this is our little hub, our little like hub world. You ever play Dark Souls?
No.
This is sort of like that. Got a stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses.
So these
All
are
will find their way to
randomized.
us now that the road is clear.
These are randomized adventurers that appear on the stagecoach that we can hire and add to our roster. We're gonna want to have a full roster pretty much at all times, because during any sort of excursion, some or all
Better
of them could
laboratory
just
than the
die.
blood-soaked battlefield.
And we can improve it as well. We've got some deeds and some crests. It starts us off with a few things. I think, starting off, we will increase the number of available heroes to increase the chances of having like a super good class come to us right away. Like I said, it is fairly randomized. We'll do that. And we'll hold off on increasing our roster just yet. Nomad Wagon, we get these
Trinkets and
things.
charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
These trinkets are like our equipment we can give to our party members to give them little boosts. Some of them are class specific, like this one is Occultist, which we don't have. And again, we can just upgrade each and every one of these stations. We don't have these yet. We have to complete some more quests. We embark.
A mecca of madness and morbidity.
All we can do
Your
is
work
ruins.
begins.
Or if we're really brave / stupid, we can go right into the darkest dungeon and then probably die, because it is. This quest is meant for at least 6th level adventures, and they are all level 0 or 1. I like that the Plague Doctor we got is named Gale. That's very funny to me.
Hand it over, that thing, your darkest dungeon.
So now we gotta buy provisions. Some classes give us a couple of starting things. We're gonna want food. We'll want some shovels. Let's go get some bandages. And we'll get a couple of torches. We don't need that much because the starting quests are all fairly short. But we do want to keep the light on. Although, going in the dark also provides a higher chance for better loot. But this early on, I'd rather just have nobody die. So we gotta explore 90% of the rooms, so basically all of them, except one. We'll have an option to explore it later if we feel confident enough. Thanks.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Extra torch is nice. Alright. Some basic ass undead fuckers.
Oh, I missed!
Or we'll miss entirely. Not kill them at all. Let's just try to finish this
Confidence
one.
surges as the enemy crumbles. Back
Alright.
to the pit.
Simple enough. Now we'll want to choose one of these guys who is resistant to traps in order to open chests, because a lot of the times they'll be trapped. But this one's not. It's some random stuff. Cool. If we ever get a jester, this one's very nice.
Even the
shovel.
cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Yep, the light is fading, so things get slightly more difficult, but the loot gets better. Alright. Good. Light grenade. Let's just try to eliminate these guys in front first. we'll just miss. It's fine.
A death by inches. Nope.
Yep, we'll just, you know, keep on
A
missing.
dizzying
That's
blow
fine.
to body and brain.
Let's try to
Their
bleed him or
formation
just
is
kill him.
broken. Maintain the offensive. Nope.
And miss again. Oh, this is, you know,
As the fiend
it's okay.
falls,
Starting
faint
party,
hope blossoms.
until you get to like about resolve level 3, they usually kind of suck. You know, light up the torch, make it a little easier on ourselves. Okay? Sometimes there's a random chance that we get to scout ahead to see what we look forward to. Let's go for the treasure. This little white bar is our stress, and we're gonna get some huge debuffs if our stress gets too high, so we want to try to end fights as quickly as possible, usually. Now, corpses can pile up and get in the way pretty easily, so sometimes you just gotta spend a turn clearing them out. Since he's bleeding and blighted, so he's probably dead if this misses. Let's burn a torch here. Oh.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those RNG things that just sort of happens. Not really much control over it.
Let go of the illusion of control.
And now, the darkness holds dominion.
I'm in danger!
The RNG swings way out of our favor, but we have a bigger chance of getting better loot. Let's see if we can finish these two off. No, we're just gonna freaking
The
miss.
slow death,
But the blight takes care of that one, so it's fine.
unforgiving.
Let's just try to kill him. Yep.
The blood quickens.
Thanks.
These
Now,
nightmarish creatures can be
We
felled.
can continue
They can be
adventuring so we
beaten.
can try to open this chest and see if it has anything good in it. And unfortunately, it's just a trap.
It's a trap!
Alright. Let's see if I regret this decision. Okay, it's just some basic... Oh, and they're surprised! The RNG actually helped us this time. Let's try to light them up. We want to get rid of this guy. He can do a lot of damage.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
That's a lot of damage. Ugh. Getting a little low. Oh my, come on, man. Well, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you gamble, and sometimes you lose. Yeah, like that. Oh, jeez. Let's heal him. Crit heal! Just see that. Please kill these guys. Okay. Alright. It's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Fire and missed.
And that's terrible. Oh, no. Crit him. No, you didn't. It's fine. It's fine. Surely this crossbowman will not crit us. Surely.
Go!
And of course he did.
About to break.
It's okay. Just kill him. Boom. Done. Alright, it's not so bad. Nobody went crazy, and nobody died.
Wary.
Now we're done. Not bad. For the first quest, not terrible.